Okay, so what we're looking at is the timing for the stims and whether or not stims are better in Warzone 2. So I'm going to be slowing it down. As I take damage, the very first thing that you notice is that the screen ticks red. So I'm going to take damage again. As soon as I take damage, screen ticks red again, and then there's a little bit of a recovery phase. So whenever the stim pops, from what I've been able to tell is that you heal only as far, up until you receive damage. So right here, I'm about to take the stim. Then as soon as his finger goes down, I start healing up until the next red tick. Right there. So it doesn't get all the way to full because of that. So let me go to the next stim. Okay, there's the red tick. As soon as I see the red tick, I go for the stim. Now here's the red tick. We need the tick to go before the thumb goes down. There's the tick. There goes the thumb going down, injecting fluid, and then you heal all the way up until that next tick, which is after I already got up to full. So let me, so we can keep watching. Okay, this next one is going to be a really good example. So I get tick at the same time, I think. So tick, and then I hit the stim a slight, like a frame or two after, and then we need the tick, then the thumb goes down. So there goes the thumb all the way down. So I'm going to heal all the way up until the next red tick. So the screen turns red right there, so I'm not going to get all the way up to full, just because I don't think there's enough time. So as you can see, the stims can get you very close to full, but they have to be timed really well. Right here is an example of where it wasn't timed well. So let me show you that one more time. Alright, so we're taking it slow. We're looking at it frame by frame. So there is the red frame, or there's the red tick. And then I take the damage, heal, and then I start going for it before the red tick. So there's the red tick. Now I inject it. I need the red tick to go before the thumb. There it goes, then the red tick. So that means I'm only healing up until that the tick marker on the screen. So here I go immediately for our next one. That's when I should hit it at the exact same time. I didn't, so I have to wait for the next red mark. So again, I'm a little bit early. So there's a tick. It should go inject, then red tick, then thumb. And it's thumb, then red tick. So I'm going to heal up even less than I did the one before. So let's go into an example of where I did it a little bit better and how much time you actually can spend in the gas. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the entire clip, but I can talk you through what's going on here. So I started the timer at the beginning of that minute mark. So right now I'm at 33 seconds left before the zone closes. So that means I've been in the gas already for 28 seconds. And then you're going to see how many stims I had. I started with 10 stims total. So I already finished 4 stims. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I immediately go to the next one. And you can see I'm getting all the way up to full every single time. What I'm doing is I start counting 1 Mississippi every single time I get the red tick. So I count from the red mark right there. So I go 1 Mississippi, and then by the time that second ends, then the next I get hit with the next tick. And what I'm trying to do is anticipate that those tick marks, because I want to time it to be exactly when I'm about to take damage. Let's wait a few seconds so we can get closer. Like I said, I'm already down to 4 stims, and I've been in the gas for already about 35 seconds. So here comes the next tick, and I'm timing it at the exact same time I start moving. Here goes, it's going to be stab, red tick, there's the tick, and then your thumb immediately afterwards, and that should be able to get you all the way up to full. Okay, so there's actually quite a few things for us to talk about. So you can see at the top left corner where the game clock is, anytime that the screen flashes, it's at the 0.3 mark. So it's at 20.3. The next time will be at 19.3. And then the next time will be at 18.3. So you can see it's almost exactly 1 second delay between taking damage, and that's going to help a little bit to be able to time it. You can see right here this next stim though, so I started a little bit before the screen flashed red. So there's the screen flash. It should be stab, screen flash, then thumb goes down. So there's the injection, and then the screen flashes red. So you can see immediately that it does stop halfway. It stops whenever you take that damage. I immediately realized that I did it too soon, so I backed out of the menu. I went back and waited for the next tip and try to time it instead of immediately doing it. And then you can see right here that I take damage halfway on the injection, and then I'm able to still get all the way up to full. So basically, as long as you're not taking any damage from the last drop of the injection, then you should be able to get all the way to full. The other thing is I was keeping one stim equipped the entire time, because what can happen, as you saw in the last stim, the last pair of stims, if you have two stims, then you equip another two, then two stims, equip another two. Yes, it's less times for you to go into the inventory, but if you miss time a stim, then you need to go back and equip one. What you could do instead is to make sure that you always have two. So if you use one, you go to the bag, pull out just one, then you make sure that you always have two, so you're always going to have that extra one just in case you mistime it, because you may not have enough time to go back into the bag. Going back to the entire time that you can stay in the gas, like I said, I started with 10 stims, and it's already been 1 minute, because it was at the 1 minute mark when I started in here, and I still have 2 stims to go. So basically every, what is it, 2, 4, 6, 8 stims can get you in the gas for an entire minute, is from what my math is telling me. I also did not use a gas mask the second time around, because I wanted to make to check to see when you start taking double damage, and it is if I'm not mistaken, at the 1 minute mark. So right here is going to be the 1 minute mark, so we should be seeing double damage. So let's take a look at it. Alright, it's been the 1 minute mark, and there you go, there's the double damage. So it is the exact same timing as Warzone 1, where if you're in there for longer than a minute, you'll start taking double damage. But the only thing is you really have to time, because like I timed it right here. Here's the tick, the thumb goes down, so that should be able to get me all the way up to full. And it does, it gets me all the way up to full, but now I'm taking double damage. So you just have to be extremely good at timing it when you're taking double. One last thing is that I was looking back at that clip. Look at how low my health was. I couldn't really take another damage, and look at how well I timed it. So right at that last drop, I take damage right there. So I still have a drop left. So because of that, I'm able to get all the way up to full. And I believe that means that even if you're taking double damage, you can still get to full. But that's going to be the end of the video. Thank you for watching.